I'm Linda Casey, and I'll be your guide as we journey into the wonderful world of wool applique. Most of you will be new to wool applique. Some of you may never have picked up a needle in your life, and others of you may be experienced fiber or needlework artists. Artist, I hear you say, I'm not an artist. I can't paint like Monet. I can't sculpt like Michelangelo, and I certainly cannot sing like Pavarotti. Those people are artists. So let's talk a little bit about what is art. To me, or to you, what is its purpose in our lives? For me, it is beauty. It is something that stirs me deep inside. I don't stitch because I have to earn a living. I do it to feed my soul, to connect to something of beauty that I will create with my own hands. It may be a gift for someone else, or something that I make just to please me. But in the end, the result is the same for me. It fills me, it sustains me, it relaxes me, and yes, at times, it frustrates the heck out of me. It's taught me many things. It's taught me patience and courage and perseverance, and also the beauty of imperfection. I have a confession. This is hard for me, but I am a recovering perfectionist. I can get stuck for days, weeks, or months trying to create the perfect quilt, the perfect stitch, and the perfect color combination. And at times, I have wasted energy and frustration and wasted so much, when in the end, what I had to learn was it was important to play, to find compassion for myself and my process, and to never, ever let my fear keep me from trying. So let's go stitch and have some fun.
Needlework, fabric, sewing, and yarn have always been a part of my life. I grew up not knowing that other kids' families didn't have mothers who sewed or grandmothers who crocheted or knitted. I just took it for granted, and over time it became part of my fiber too. I come by this quite honestly. My great-grandfather was a tailor. His daughter, my maternal grandmother, learned to sew and stitch at a very early age. In 1921, she married my grandfather, or my Jaju. Jaju was a carpenter and a cabinet builder. And if you know anything about this trade, it's all about pattern and construction. Mom was born in 1925, the second of 3 children. She was taught to sew by her mother and showed such an aptitude for drawing and sewing that she entered the Vogue School in Chicago as a design student in the 1940s and graduated 3 years later. A small design studio and began sewing for the elite of northwestern Indiana, creating ball gowns and wedding trousseaux for a variety of her clients. In 1947, she designed her own wedding dress and married my dad, George David, in a small ceremony in northwestern Indiana. I was born in 1956, and by then, my mom had turned her attention to designing and sewing my clothes. Though I didn't appreciate it at the time, I sure was cute in my outfits, including our mother-daughter number for the school fashion show. I'd like to introduce you to some of my most influential teachers. Mom and Grandma were my first teachers with needle and thread, fabric and yarn. I learned to sew, to embroider, and to crochet. When I was in my early 20s, I wandered into a needlepoint shop called the Penelope Tree in northwest Indiana and met a delightful woman named Dode Walker who took me under her wing and taught me many wonderful things about needlework. After 30 years, she's still one of my closest and most cherished friends. For quilting and machine applique, Harriet Hargrave is my hands-down favorite teacher. And then there's Barb Cheney, who got all of us over our fear of drawing our own quilt designs. If I'm sitting, chances are there's a piece of needlework in my hands. And I've stitched in some pretty darn nice places like Mackinac Island, the bar in our hotel in Munich, the Occidental Inn in the Russian River wine country in California, on vacation in the San Juan Islands off the coast of Washington State, or just sitting in someone's kitchen, talking away and knitting away at the same time. And if I'm not stitching, I'm planning on stitching. Of course, there's always shopping for more supplies. I belong to the Embroiderers Guild, and one of my absolute favorite parts of the meeting is when everybody gets to show their work. So what I'd like to do is share with you some of my work and hope that it can inspire you as others' work has inspired me. Enjoy.